Welcome back, everybody. It's Monday night again, and tonight's theme is Never Ever Again. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Monday night all over again. The weeks are flying by, and we're back again for another Monday, 8 p.m. I hope you enjoy this show. We're going to talk about some reselling stuff and probably some non-reselling stuff. Give us a hello in the chat. Belle's not here tonight again. She's still recovering from last week. We've both actually had COVID this week. So if you didn't know and you weren't here last week, Belle wasn't here because she'd come back from Paris and was absolutely exhausted. Turns out she had COVID, as well as having her fatigue that she normally has when she has such a lot to do. Like 4 days in Disney Paris was a killer. It was always going to be a killer. And then she passed COVID on to me, and we've both had COVID all week. I've only really had like a bit of a cold, like a mild cold, which is almost gone right now. So I've had it for about a week and it's almost gone. But Belle's had it quite bad, so she's staying off tonight because she's got a funeral to go to this week, and she really, really wants to go, obviously, and pay her respects. But it's 50-50, so she needs to make sure she looks after herself to try and give her the best chance to attend. So welcome all. Say hello in the chat. Loads to talk about. Some changes over here as well in Car Boot Chris's world. Some changes have gone on these last few days. We'll tell you about it in a minute. Let's see if we can. Is my video all right? I seem to be like a little bit out of sync. Am I okay? I'm like, it's not normally like this. I'm seeing myself and it's like half a second like behind. That's weird. I know we had some problems last week. Let me know if it's okay or if it looks okay. I would like a refund. Yeah, she's on the mend. She's miles better than last week. She just doesn't want to risk being... She's been back in work today, but she doesn't want to risk overdoing it and then not being able to get to the funeral this week. Right. Say hello, guys. I'm going to say hello to as many people as possible in the allotted 2 minutes. The time it takes for this bit of piece of music to finish is all your shout out time, and then we're going to get cracking with the show. So here we go. Let's see who we got in. We got Pitco in. Keith is in. Hi, Keith. James Dresser. Welcome to you, James D. Dan. Kevin Hawthorne is in the house, all the way from Florida. Helen is here. Cavallis, Speedfoot, Mark Hill, Jeff, welcome to you. Brummy the Time Lord, Resell for Rescue, Phil, Kez TV, Pat Walker, Sean Davis. Come on down. The price is right. Left-handed, Limelight Vinty. Don't mind me. I'm just having like a nervous breakdown. Chris Tyler, Tam's Reselling Life. Des is in the house. Who else we got in? Come on, get your hellos in, folks. Rachel Fantastic is here. Come on. Lynn. Life in the First Lane. I've said Pat, haven't I? Amy is here. Amy Langham, good evening, long time viewer. Our first time live. You lucky soul. You can't believe it. Crazy's life is in. Oh, why can't I scroll? There we go. Who else we got in? Ready Steady Retro. George's Treasure Shed. Not caught live for a while. Oh, you don't know what you've been missing. El Reventa Ross is here. Is this it? Is this everybody? UC Vintage Heavenly Boots. POV Reselling. Crez Gems. That's an interesting name. New name as well. See What You Buy. Michelle. Hello to Michelle. John Hughes. Paula McBride. Here we go. Hillary Rhodes. David M. Perfect timing. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's it for shout outs. No more shout outs. Unless we've got birthdays. Any birthdays? Oh. Oh. Shit. Music's going again. There we go. Shut up. We do have a birthday actually in the community, so to speak. So let's do it. Let's find the VT. We need to say big happy birthday to M from M's Den.
Happy birthday! Woo!
M's from M's Den. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday!
Forget it. I pressed the button again. You almost got 2 happy birthdays, you lucky sausage. What else we got here? George's Treasure Shed. Sorry, my phone's just pinged up with something. What is that? I'll have a look at that afterwards. Can I get people's thoughts on the eBay meta glasses? Only downside would be the portrait filming. Yeah, exactly that, George. You've hit the nail on the head. I really would like to buy these. It was on my list to sort of get them, and then when I did the research, probably the same as you, you kind of realize that you can only film portrait, which is great for shorts and things, but it's not so. It's basically useless for YouTube content, really, unless you're just going to use it for shorts. But I don't think it's worth it for that. But I would hang fire, George, because they're talking about the next version of the glasses will probably have the landscape feature on it. So that's what everyone's saying. That's what I've seen. So for me, I wouldn't bother unless you're gonna go down the route of doing loads of shorts and reels and stuff, which I don't think it's worth it. Unless you end up being massive. Click Right, Becky's Bazaar, that kind of level. Then it's worth it. But just to put out the odd short, no, not for me. But I would love to buy them. If they were landscape, I would have them now. Definitely, I would have them. Lots of happy birthdays coming in. Babs is in as well. How's everyone's sales, says Pitco? Mine have been all right, actually. I had one big nasty return, like a £90 return. And then also, obviously, our eBay shop fees came out of this week's payment as well. So that was a bit of a kick. It always is, isn't it? Like, you feel like you're doing quite well, and then eBay take their £100 out, and it's like, damn, that's put me back a day, that. So mine are okay, Keith. Doing all right. Yeah. Not the best they've ever been, but by far not the worst. Yeah. So very sort of consistently average right now, and I'm okay with that as far as eBay is concerned at the minute, because I'd rather that than the ups and downs. It was a deal breaker for me. George Ross said Google are making some, so we'll hold out on them. Yeah, totally. I've seen a couple of potential reviews of the. Oh, why is my screen flashing? A couple of reviews about these Google ones, and they might be good. So it'd be worth holding on for those. Oh, Rachel said, I've not had a return for months, then 2 this week, 60 quid. That's horrible, isn't it? Just what we have to accept in it, but yeah, it's still annoying, isn't it? Because your mind sort of thinks, well, that money's in the bank, that's going to be in this week's payout. And then all of a sudden, bang, a couple of returns. But hopefully, if it's not like a broken return, you can just relist it and eventually that money will come back again, won't it? Happy birthday to Ems. El Reventa said, I've been going down from 5 listings a day to 3 listings a day, but sales are up. Very good, consistent, high numbers out on the weekends. That said, no eBay sale today. Let's have a look what I've done today on eBay. Let's, now and again I do have a look and see. Oh, that's a reminder. Got to do my eBay packaging voucher. I haven't done that yet. I need to do that before I forget. What have I done today? Not a bad day today, actually. £251.88p so far today. That's not bad. I'll take that. It's probably one of the better days in the last month, actually. Not the best day I've had in the last month, but one of the better days. So, a good day today. Where's all the people? You know when people come in here on a Monday night live, and they come in going, "Oh, I've just had a look at your eBay. You've only made one sale. You can't be a full-time reseller." Where are they today? Where are they now? Go check my sales today. Weirdos. Pitco said I had 1 return, but otherwise been steady. Steady is good, I think, Keith. Happy with steady as long as it's not steadily crap. And then that's not good. George's Treasure Shed, I was joshing. New tech glasses traditionally make you look weird. These are fairly normal. Yeah, the Ray-Bans, they're pretty nice, to be honest. They're kind of I like the style of them. That's a good point. Tommy Trades. Where's Tommy been lately? I'll send him a message, see how he's doing. He's been very quiet, hasn't he? He did the eBay. He did an eBay meetup. Did he do an eBay meetup? He did, didn't he? I'm not like making things up in my head, am I? And then I feel like he's been quiet since then. I'll message him. That's a good point. Chris, I saw your comment at the end after I was messing about, and yeah, I did see your comment once the credits were rolling on last week. It was good, that, wasn't it? You know what, though? I wanted it to be a bit quicker, but I didn't have my cursor hovering over the outro button properly, so I had to kind of just move it like that. I had to move it, so yeah, it was funny. We'll have another factoid at the end of the show, don't worry. It's probably not as good as that one, but Des says sales are better, perhaps because it's payday. Me stopping promoted has made no difference on sales, just viewing impressions, which is to be expected. Yeah. But in theory, Des, this is the thing about, like, when you do lots of promotions, right? Your impressions go up, but your conversion rate goes down. Now, my question is, when your conversion rate goes down, is that telling eBay that there's a problem with your account and therefore you end up with less sales because of it? Because if you stop promoting altogether and stop using the promotional tools, in theory, your conversion rate should go up. Now, if that happens, is that going to give the algorithm a positive spin because it's seeing that your conversion rate is actually going up, even though you're not promoting? So actually, it's a question that I've asked before on the live. Does taking off promoted listings actually help you in the long run because of that fact? I tell you what, it's always worth trying different things. I'm now on 4.1%. That's my percentage that I'm doing instead of 5.1. I mean, a few months ago, it was 10.1. So now I'm on 4.1. I've not seen a difference going from 5.1 to 4.1, although it's not been a long time to check that. But so far, so good. No particular difference. And also, I'm not promoting for the first 14 days of a brand new item. And so far, so good. I'm not seeing any negative effect of that. Only positives are coming in from that because I'm paying less promoted fees. Tracy just listed something in the wild, wild west of selling platforms. Facebook Marketplace. Wow. Jeff, be prepared for all hell to break loose or to be loads of time wasters. Oh, breaking news. I sold something on Facebook Marketplace at the weekend. I sold a bundle of posters on the marketplace. I'd forgotten that they were even on there. I put them on ages ago. A bundle of 10 posters. Someone contacted me and they came and got them 30 quid in my pocket. So, yeah, I now have nothing listed on Facebook Marketplace. They didn't mess me around either. Happy days. Hillary Rhodes has been a member for 2 years, Hillary. 2 years. Thank you very much. There's some balloons for you. Linlin's been in for 12 months. Thank you, Linlin. Lee. Chris, are you still using a VA to help with listings? Yes, I am. I am, Lee, yes. I've actually just recently changed my VA. Again, this is the 4th VA I've had. The first 2, very quickly, I ditched. Then I went with Tariq, who I've been with Tariq for several months. But I'm considering making a video talking about why I've changed. So I'm not going to say too much about it. But I've switched to a new VA. So I'm thinking about just putting a video out saying why. And I've not done many videos other than boot sales or lives. You might have noticed I haven't been. I've not been doing like an extra video during the week, mainly because I'm just trying to focus a bit more on the reselling side rather than YouTube. Although I'm still putting up a lot of content on YouTube, just not as much as recent. But I might make a little video about it. But the VA is still going strong. New one just started. Flipper Lee's in, no problem. Apology accepted. Chris, I have a rare Fruit of the Loom RS Turbo White Heavy Cotton T-shirt. Should I put it in auction or list it? I don't use auctions. So for me, I would just list it. That's just what I would do. But I assume you've checked completed solds and listings. And if it's not giving you any information, just pluck a number out of the air, see if someone makes you an offer. But I don't do auctions. So my inkling would be to say don't do an auction. But you could do very well on an auction also. I don't know. Have a look at solds, completeds, and listings and gauge it yourself. If there's loads of solds, then it's in high demand, then maybe it might be worth doing an auction. Finally had a decent week on eBay, Tam. Way! Oh, hang on. Let's give... Tam deserves this. He really does. He's had a really shit time in the last few weeks on the old eBay. So this one is just for you, mate.
This is my island in the sun.
You like some Muppets. First time in 6 weeks, I made it over 500 quid. Hope that's it's back to normal. Hope so too. Fingers crossed for you. We've all been keeping our fingers crossed. Cheryl's in the house. Apologies accepted. Fantastic news, Tam. Well done, Tam. Yeah, definitely. It's tough when you go through a lean patch on eBay. It can mess with you. It can mess with your head a bit because you do start worrying. As a self-employed person, you do start worrying. Like eBay's my main income, and you do start to worry. Where the next sale is coming from, and what's my backup plan if things don't get any better. And it is a real worry for probably all of us. I can't speak for everyone, but I think a lot of us, go through times like that now and again. Linda, welcome. Am I better to offer free postage? Well, according to eBay, if eBay had their way, everybody would offer free postage. Also, if you want to qualify for eBay's, not top rated, what's the other one called? The premium service. If you want to qualify for that, and also you can save 10% on your final value fees. If you do like next day postage and offer a free postage option and all that business, you can qualify for that. So it depends if you're in for that or not. Personally, I've been and done the free postage thing. I didn't think it was worth it. It made no difference to sales. And when I put postage back on, my sales were the same. So it made no difference to me. The only difference it made to me was that it hurt my bottom line a lot more by paying for postage. So, things may change in the future. Sometimes you have a change of heart. The market changes. The market dictates that you must do free postage. And if that happens, then that happens. But, it depends what your aims are, Linda. If you want to hit that premium seller spot, then you will have to offer free postage. But don't be forced into it. It depends what your aims are as a seller on eBay. I don't think you need it to be successful, but it all depends what you want. Older stock was even selling this week, says Des. I'm thinking when customers want something, they just go for it. Absolutely, yeah. The promoted, I just thought I would get out before the 30-day thing kicks in. Well, technically, the 30-day thing has already kicked in. We said this last week on Monday. Also, Married to Reselling has reiterated this, that as soon as the 24th of June hits, that's their start date. But sneaky, don't forget, from the 24th of June, their system will analyze the last 30 days of sales. So that will go back to the 24th, 25th of May. So that is when it truly started. So we're already in that 30-day period. So don't forget that, guys. If you're thinking of making a change because of the 24th of June, really, ideally, you want to make that change now. Facebook Marketplace for the win. George sells quite a bit on Facebook. You know straight away if they're going to mess you about. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right there. So what's this big change in Car Boot Chris's world? The van's gone, guys. The van has sold. The camper is gone. Sold Saturday night. Right, listen to this. I won't say too much because the buyer could actually be watching. I did direct him to our channel, to go and see the van. So I'm very appreciative of the purchase if you are watching. But it was a little bit unusual, I would say. Saturday night, about midnight, pen to paper, the van sold. Money in the bank, sold, midnight on Saturday. It was a stressful evening for me and Belle. It was really stressful. But it's gone. And I've got a new car on the way. I've not gone for a van. I decided I didn't think I was going to get enough use out of it to get a van. But I've gone for a car with as big a boot as possible. So that's coming on Wednesday. So happy days. Van's gone. New car Wednesday. Yeah, it has gone. That's the main bit of news. Geordie Reseller. Muppets are awesome. That was especially for you, Tam. Let's get through the chat a bit. Chris, what's your eBay versus Vinted like in terms of sales? That reminds me, actually, I've failed today on that. I've failed to do my 10 today. I've forgotten to do it. You've just reminded me. I'll have to do it before bed. I'm just like, I'm in a mental state of, I can't miss that now. So I'll have to do that before bed when this show finishes. eBay versus Vinted. I mean, Vinted is, I scrapped my Vinted, Keith. I started it again, like, was it about 10 days ago. I deleted everything. I thought I'm going to start again. And I've been listing only jerseys on there. So my store is going to look like sort of a USA jersey store, a bit like my website, which has got no sales, by the way. A bit like that. So it's going to be, at the moment, it's going to be all jerseys. And the reason I'm doing that is because I believe, having watched a number of sellers who are very successful on Vinted, there's a lot of advice coming out saying that if you niche on Vinted, if you sell one type of product or in one category, it's easier to promote yourself. And therefore, I decided just to go for jerseys. Just for now, just see what happens. I have made some sales. So there are sales dribbling in, but I still have less than 100 items on there. So I'm just going to keep building 10 a day, and hopefully it will compound and we'll get more and more sales. So at the moment, eBay is outplaying Vinted massively, but it's not a fair comparison. It would only be a fair comparison if I could put everything that I'm selling on eBay completely duplicated on Vinted. Then that would be interesting, just to see what would happen. Like, what do you reckon would happen, guys? Does anybody here have every single item in their eBay stock listed on eBay and Vinted, every item? And how does that then compare for your sales? That would be interesting. And, you know, one day I might be able to get to that point. It's a size 17, actually, Chris. Yeah, they're still big. I have listed them. Yeah, Belle would vanish into them shoes just completely. Her whole body and her head and everything would go into those shoes. But they are listed. I think I put them up at like 60, 70 pounds, something like that. But yeah, they're on. Oh, same day dispatch, Babs. That was it. I couldn't remember what it was. I don't conform to that one. I really don't want to do for the sake of the 10% off final value, which it doesn't actually equate to a lot, I don't think. Obviously, it will depend on how many sales you make, but the actual discount you end up getting, it's relatively small, but any discount is any discount. Let's see what else we got in here before we talk about our main event, our main talking point. Hi, Stu. Antoinette is in as well. A few people dropping in late, but it's okay. The van's gone, Jeff. It's gone. I was quite sad, really, when they drove off. Early hours of Sunday morning, drove off. And I was like, no. I was face to the window on the front door, like waving it goodbye. Bye. No. It's gone. My phone is buzzing a lot. It's not a Dacia. No, it's not, George. I was going to get the brand new Dacia that's literally just coming out now. It's called the Bigster. It's basically a Duster, but bigger. I mean, it's massive inside. The boot is humongous on it. I was going to get it, but they're so in demand right now. 3-month waiting list for a brand new order. I don't really want to wait that long. So I've been shopping about, and I'm going to get I'm getting I've forgotten, a Hyundai Tucson. That's what I'm getting. And it's got a similar size boot to the Bigster. So yeah, fantastic indeed. Des, I'm planning on starting Vinted. Any tips? I'm the last person you should ask for tips, Des, because I'm definitely not the best person on Vinted. I mean, I'm not the best person on eBay, but I'm looking for tips from other people, Des. So let's put it out to the audience, right? Because I'm definitely not an expert on Vinted. So let's have some tips, guys. What's your best tip for selling on Vinted? Let's give it to Des, and I might take a bit and all. It's Vinted, Rob, and welcome. It's Vinted, not vintage. Vinted, ED. It originates from France. France was the first country, and that's where it comes from. But they're in quite a few different countries now, Rob. I think they're also in the US now as well, although very early doors, possibly. Yeah, I wonder what size Jeff is, actually. I bet Jeff is probably up there. Belle is a tiny. She is. She's very, very small. She's, the Oompa Loompas in Willy Wonka. If you can think of an Oompa Loompa, like the height of an Oompa Loompa, then that's Belle. She is very small. Ross says, I have pretty much everything on Vinted I have on eBay. Interesting. It's much of a muchness, but definitely the low value stuff sells better on Vinted. Then again, it's priced lower and I take lower prices there. Fair dues, Ross. Fair dues. Tam says, price lower on Vinted and prepare to hardly sell anything at full price. Married to Reselling Duck Race winners from last week. Welcome, guys. I literally had to force Married to Reselling to go back and watch the end of last week's show without basically telling them you've won the duck race, without spelling it out. Oh, dear. Goes, I would recommend Vendu for cross-listing or your eBay to Vinted. Have you considered using a cross-list? I do use a cross-lister. I use Sellerator. I use Sellerator, but there's plenty of different cross-listers to use. I like the Dacia Jogger Hybrid. That's nice. Yeah. The Jogger's got 7 seats. Yeah, the Jogger is all right. The Jogger's fine. Obviously, you put the seats down. It's big in the back. But the Bigster, it's brand new out. And it's basically, it looks like the Duster, but the Bigster is what it is on the tin. It's bigger. And actually, it's really nice from the outside. Obviously, the inside is not as luxurious as you would expect from, a car of that size. But it's like best in its market for like price wise. I mean, it's an incredible price for what you get. The Bigster it was very nice. I would have pulled the trigger if they could have got me one within, say, a month, but absolutely no way. They're all built to order at the moment. That's the way it is. So, but definitely, if you're considering something like that, have a look at the Bigster. Really nice. I'm guessing once the newness of it like stops being brand new, they'll probably just have cars coming in all the time. But because it's literally just been launched. Tip for Vinted from Married to Reselling. Tip for Vinted: switch impost labels on. Really? Why? Do people prefer to buy with impost? I have that switched off just because I just can't be asked going the extra mile or whatever it is to an impost locker. I don't like the lockers either. Interesting tip that. Let us know why. Is it a preference? Is it a buyer preference that people really like to use? Lee says Tucson are great. If I knew you could have had a drive round in mind, see if you liked it. Oh, it's okay. Thank you, Lee, though. At the time, I wasn't even considering a Tucson. Basically, what happens was I was definitely going for a Bigster. But then when they said it was 3 months, it just makes life a bit difficult. We'd have to... I know this sounds really entitled, snobby, whatever. But we'd have had to have had one car for the next 3 months over summer when it's boot sale season. And Belle goes back to Manchester a lot and stuff like that, and she's got some stuff on. So I wouldn't have had a car. So I know that sounds really bad because many people just have one car in the household, but we don't, and we've been used to having 2 cars. So I don't mean it to sound bad, but yeah, I had my heart set on the Bigster. It's really lovely. I really like it, and it didn't bother me about the inside being not as plush as some of the other cars. But I couldn't wait 3 months for it. I just couldn't. So I actually went on ChatGPT, and we had a good old chinwag about equivalent cars, size, boot sizes, boot size when seats are down, running costs, hybrids. We did all this. We narrowed it down, costs. We narrowed it down, and I pretty much got it straight down to the Hyundai Tucson, which has an equivalent boot size to the Bigster. And actually, it's a lot nicer in size. The only downside is, or it might be a good side, to be honest with you, it's 1 year old instead of being brand new, which I was going to get a brand new Bigster. But this is 1 year old. So at least I have avoided that brand new car value loss. I've avoided that, which is great. So, and I'm really happy with it. Actually, I'm probably happier now with this than I am the Bigster, because the inside of this Tucson that I'm getting, it's quite a high spec one, and it looks mint inside. It really does. So there you go. Big news. George says, with Vinted, I am lower than eBay prices considering no fees. Same as eBay, list regular. If items don't sell within a week, reduce or delist. Wow. Within a week? Is that all, George? Do you get rid of them after a week? Jesus. The right items will sell within a couple of days. That's interesting. 1 week. Is that all people leave things for on Vinted? A week? That doesn't seem like a lot to me. Yeah, life in the first lane gave us lots of help because I'm not used to selling privately. Seriously, selling the van has been not a great experience. It worked out fine in the end, but selling privately has not been a great experience. Like, I had time wasters, people turning up and not even driving the car, and just a lot of time wasters. So I really do. I've always been a trade-in kind of person. I just trade in and try and get the best price that I can, or I'll sell it to one of the car buying companies for the best price possible. And I've always done that. And you know what? I understand why people do it. I understand why people don't mind taking a bit more of a lesser value on cars than what you can get when you sell private, because it's a bloody hassle. But these guys, life in the first lane, Steve and Lana, really helped us out. They gave me lots of advice about, how to do the handover, what to do and what not to do, lots of things to look out for. So I honestly appreciate it. You know that. Simon's in, gentleman marketeer, welcome. It's been a good week, Simon, actually. I was saying before, what am I on today so far? I've lost it now. I'll have to open it again. I think I might have had another sale while I've been on air. Yeah, I've had another sale while I've been on. I'm now on £299.36p today. So that's not a bad day, is it? You know what? Earlier in the year, guys, when I was saying how terrible eBay was performing, I had weeks where I'd not done as much as what I have today. £299.36p today. And earlier in the year, and Tam can probably vouch for this for his experiences, I had whole weeks, where I was getting less than that I've got in a day today. That's how unpredictable eBay can be. Very, very unpredictable. Anyway, Tam says I get in post all the time. 99% of the Bigster orders will be mobility, possibly, yes. InPost is probably the biggest courier for Vinted, so having the postage option on opens you up to more buyers. I just have Yodel off and post with all others. I might revisit it, you know. I might revisit that. InPost is the most popular. Yeah, okay. A lot of our customers choose it. Definitely saw an increase in sales since switching it on. Sorry, I'm losing my voice a bit. Let me just have a drink. Oh, sorry, guys. Service very good as well. And we usually hate using anything other than Royal Mail. Okay, I might have to consider this. There's too many people saying it. There is an InPost locker up the road. It's just further than, like, at the moment, I've got everything in one shop and it's about 200 yards around the corner from me. So it's just everything's dead easy. And if I start getting InPost stuff, well, then I've really got to take the car out. Whereas at the moment, I can lug my bags over there, 200 yards. I don't even have to take the car out. But if I start getting InPost, I'll have to do the car. So I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I might give it a trial run, say for a month. That would be a good idea, actually, wouldn't it? I've just talked myself into a good idea. Try it for a month. Let's see how many people actually use it. InPost is the cheapest option. But I have it switched off and only use Every, which is the second. I do have Every on. Most people choose Every. Better value for the customer. You use your car for work, you need it. Thank you for that. Yeah. I just sometimes I'm aware that, you know, some people are not as lucky, or they don't have, or they can't afford like 2 cars, but we have 2 cars. We've always had 2 cars, and you get used to it. And I don't like to come across as like being like snobby or, you know, entitled or, you know, whatever. You know, I don't like to come across like that because it's not like that. The thing that does my head in on Vinted is you can only use a QR code. Yeah, that pisses me off, that, Ross. It's so annoying. Why can't you just print that off yourself? It'd be a lot easier, wouldn't it? Hey, up, Belle's in the house. Do you want to tell people some good news while you're here?
Before I take myself off.
She's going to bed, but she has got some good news to tell you all.
Yeah, I've got some good news.
Go on then, stick your head on camera for a minute, even though.
Yeah,
Don't judge.
Don't judge. Yeah, I look rubbish.
You'll have to get right to the thing, because
I really got to put my face in. Oh, and my boobies in the camera.
Yeah, don't get your titties out. Hang on.
Hi guys, sorry I've deserted you for 3 weeks, and I promise I will be back at some point. That is very in my face.
You have to be close on that because it's a direct mic.
Very in my face. So yeah, just before I take myself off to bed, we had some fantastic news today. It really is. I'm still struggling to process it, to be fair, but
we're not pregnant.
No, we're not pregnant.
That would not be fantastic.
No, it would not be fantastic news. But yeah, my sister finished her chemo the other week, and so last week she went and had a scan to see how she was getting on, and she's been to an appointment today, and they've given her the all clear. It's just unbelievably good news. So yeah, so far, as they put it, she is currently cancer-free. She's going to be having regular checkups for the next 5 years, and she's still got to go through getting a stoma reversed, hopefully. But yeah,
there you go. Great news.
How
Cat might be watching even.
What gets better than that? Hey. To be fair, I think it's actually what's finished me off today.
Probably.
Amazingly, even good news can finish me off. But yeah, so thank you guys for all your support throughout this, because it has been an horrendous 6 months.
Yeah.
And she's still got, you know, a way ahead to recover now, but recover it is.
Yeah.
Yay! Good. Right, I'm going to leave you in Chris's hands, and I'm going to go down.
See ya.
Night.
In a bit. Take that with
you.
You.
Guys. Thank you. Come on, cooks. Come on.
All right. Yeah. Good news. Let's get back. I always use InPost. There are many lockers, 24 hours. Yeah, that's another good point, isn't it? It's convenience for people, isn't it? Doing quite a bit of metal detecting. I saw you winding up, Andy. I saw you winding up ABL Dave. I was tempted to let him know, but I thought no, let's let it go. I get older things sell on Vinted, but it's defo biased towards newly listed. Okay. How often do you talk to AI? I have ChatGPT now on my phone, really trying to get to know it and have some ideas. I think it can help me find some business success. Oh, I use it every day, Ross. There is a video coming. I've not made it, but I've mapped it out. I've mapped the video out, but there is going to be one made. I'm just finding the time at the moment for those extra videos. It's very hard. But yeah, I use ChatGPT on a daily basis for all kinds of things, not just work related. I mean, ChatGPT helped me decide which car I was buying today. AI is making us all brain dead, according to Life in the First Lane. I think you need to just get with the times and stop being an old fuddy-duddy. Is that still a phrase that we can use? Excuse to drive it. Karen prefers InPost. Okay. Guessing younger people use lockers where older people would be scared to use them. That's a fair point, Chris. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair point. My mum would not have a clue. Like, if my mum bought something, she would not have a clue how to use a locker. I mean, she's watching now and she'd probably say, I don't know how to use it. I bet she wouldn't. I bet she'd be ringing me saying, how do I use this? Hi, Joan. Yeah, great news. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Appreciate it. You bought another house. No. I stopped buying if the only option is InPost. Is having mobility issues. I struggle to get things out of the locker when it was the highest or lowest. Well, I guess, I mean, do people only have InPost? Like one? At least I have a couple of options. You can do Royal Mail or Every. At least there's two options there, aren't there? My brother's got the all clear too. That's good news. Ready, steady. Excellent. Brilliant news. Thank you, guys. Cat might even be watching. I don't know. Sometimes she does watch. Lots of good news tonight. Exactly. Totally. Ross said it's been a good day for news. A colleague who lost his wife to cancer last year had his third grandkid born today. It was great to see him have some good news. That's nice. Yeah. It always seems to be bad news, doesn't it? Yep. Totally the same as that. Married to Reselling, ChatGPT, miles better than Google now. Miles better. Ask ChatGPT to give me a hairstyle makeover. Trust you to use it for that. Can ChatGPT build decking? It can help you build it by giving you ideas and stuff. Fuddy-duddy, I'm not the one using AI to buy a car. That's not being a fuddy-duddy, that's being savvy. That's being savvy. Using ChatGPT to do anything is just research. It's just a faster way to do, and faster, more comprehensive research. It's only the same as going on Google and looking for something, only you get better results. Okay. So what we're talking about, Never Ever Again. That's the title. So what I want from you guys is, tell me something. Give me an item that you've bought to resell in the past or recently, whenever, or currently you've got something that you're trying to sell that you can't sell. Give me some examples of things that you've bought that you will never, ever, ever, ever buy again, and why. Go. I'll start you off. Posters. I ain't never buying posters again to resell. I bought these massive canvas posters. Do you remember? They're about 9 foot long. But I've got like 8 or 9 of them. They're huge. They're worth quite a lot of money, but can I sell them bloody things? No, I cannot, and they are a pain in the ass. So I will never ever buy those again. And also any kind of poster. Like I've just finally sold 10 posters on Marketplace for 30 quid. I've made some profit on it. It took a long time. They were a pain in the backside. And yeah, I'm glad I just didn't sell them on eBay because they would have been messy to post, hard to post. So tell me in the chat, what item, category, whatever, would you never ever buy again? Now, it's got to be something that you've bought in the past and you've got experience of. Don't say I would never buy, even though you've never bought it. I want to know stuff that you've bought, you've had a bad experience, you don't ever want to touch it again. It's put you off for life. Put it in the chat. Let's see. Put it in the chat. Let's see what everybody will never, ever buy again. Ask AI for reviews on it. I've already done it, Chris. We've been there. We've talked everything about the Hyundai Tucson. Everything. It's told me everything I need to know about it. Pitco said they will never, ever buy clothing again. Really, Pitco? I mean, come on. The market is flooded with clothing, but you can't, surely you can't say you'll never buy clothing. Okay, well, it's fair dues. Keith, if that's your answer, then go for it. Here we go. Sean says he will never, ever buy Papermate pens. I thought I was buying 36 packs of 12 pens. Turns out I got 36 cases for £30 and I've sold 3 packs. So Sean is never, ever buying Papermate pens again, or Papermate pen cases. Good evening, fellow old farts clubs. You talk for yourself, Ian. Married to reselling bulk VHS. Blank tapes or recorded ones? Rachel says lampposts. Okay. I probably could have told you, Rachel, not to bother buying a lamppost if you'd have messaged me. Interesting answer. Give me some context to that one. CCTV cameras from 2005. Low tech, sold but lost money. Just about broke even. Okay, Ross is never buying CCTV cameras from 2005. What about, Ross? What happens if you see CCTV cameras from 2006? What are you going to do then? That's going to put you in a quandary, innit? Never buying another metal detector, says Lance. I bet you bloody well. Tam's never buying anything bigger than 120 centimeters. That's a very good point. North and Fourth. Panini football sticker albums. Oh, I bet you. I mean, this is the same for every answer probably that we get here, apart from the 2005 CCTV cameras. But for one person says they'll never buy something, but that's another person in the chat will probably be an expert on something, on that same thing. So like Panini football stickers, I'm with you. I understand where you're coming from on this. I don't particularly like buying these things. But someone like Peter Ray, he would love buying these probably because he likes buying that. He's got some knowledge on it. It's all about whether you got the knowledge or not, isn't it? Our Aventer had a sale. Nice one. Live sale. Dan says, I will never buy Monopoly, jigsaws, video games, and pops. What? Dan, you can't say that because you probably bought some of that stuff from me on Whatnot. So I'll be very disappointed if you're never going to buy that stuff again. Karen says, real born doll haunts me. Can't get shut of it. 3 times it's sold and 3 times never paid. Oh, they're weird, those dolls, aren't they? Modern G.I. Joe figures. Modern ones. Okay, I missed out the modern there. I was thinking G.I. Joe and then obviously surely they've got to be worth something, haven't they? VHS films. Okay. I think VHS. I will buy VHS stuff if it's horror. I won't bother with Disney. People like say, "Oh, get the Disney whatever Black Label or Diamond or whatever it is," and I won't bother with it. Horror or what's the other category? I think it's mainly horror, isn't it? Kids TV can do well. Yeah, use jigsaws, Tam. Yeah. Size 2 trainers. 40 vintage football annuals from the 50s until the 80s. Cost me £100. Nobody wanted them. Interesting. Never doing clothing. Too much involved for little return. You know what though, Keith? Like, you say that, but then clothing changed the game for me. The minute I started clothing, my average sale price doubled and my income went a lot more. You know, I sold a lot more. So it's different for everybody, isn't it? Mixed Lego. Tell me about that one. I bought that Lego a while back from the garage clearance. I still haven't dealt with it. Can't face it. John says, "Hi Chris, was buying videos on eBay many years ago, bought action movies and they were cheap, 50 and all. They were all of one movie." Oh no, John, all of one. Bloody hell. Lamppost was part of a job lot, put it on Marketplace, had lots of letdowns for pickups, took it to a car boot. The wind blew it down and broke it. There's a video, I just couldn't get rid of. The cursed lamppost. Plain Build-A-Bears, yeah, good point. Don't buy plain Build-A-Bears, just not worth it. Boxed action figures don't sell, really? No, Dan, you're talking out your backside here. Come on, Dan. Plushies don't sell. I sell plushies all day long. Boxed action, no, give over. Yeah, he's pulling my leg now. Jigsaw puzzles drives me crazy. Yeah, I don't buy. I've stopped buying open puzzles. Don't buy them anymore. Green glass when I don't have my light to hand. You mean uranium glass? I sell lots of plushies. I love buying plushies. Fluffy Muffin. I buy VHS home movies, but not to resell. I bet. $20 plushies in the living room. Football programs. That's a good one, Dan. I'll have that one. Although Peter Ray does buy football programs, but I have bought them in the past. That was one that I would not do again. I find that it's very hard to shift football programs. Jocelyn on Facebook says Jellycats from Vinted. You gotta look out for the fakes now, aren't you? If you've watched John Shepherd's videos about fake Jellycats, you gotta be careful. Fidget spinners, loom bands, and hand sanitizer. Yeah, all those are. I'll stop short of saying fads, but basically, the fidget spinners and the loom bands were big fads, weren't they? And then the hand sanitizer, obviously. The good thing about hand sanitizer, I have a big squirty one here. It's actually quite good for cleaning stuff, like getting like pen marks off things and that. So I use it as part of my cleaning arsenal. Using CDs, can't give them away, even those worth something. Dan said, I did buy Xbox games from your Whatnot show. That was when I didn't know what I was doing. Just bundle them, Dan. That's what I would do. Bundle them. Large glass framed artwork. Very annoying to pack. Yeah, I can believe that one. Ties used to be good. Yeah. Ties take ages to sell, don't they? I went through a phase of buying ties, like vintage, even vintage Disney ones and stuff. Very hard to shift. And I know what you meant, Joan, but music CDs can be good. Obviously, depends what it is. Yeah, Cookie would love a lamppost. Which plushes sell? I can't just sit here, Dan, and say which ones sell, because there's so many. But when you've sold plushes for a long time, like Tam will back me up on this probably, because he's always sold plushes, and I've always sold plushes from 2015 until now. I still pick up plushes. You kind of get to know which ones do well and which ones don't. So I've been married for 41 years and aim to stay that way, and so I'll never buy another wedding ring. That's good. I like that one. I should have come up with that one. Belle would have given me brownie points on that one. Yeah, Phil's got loads of plushes. He bought another one off me this week. Single DVDs. You can't completely generalize that. Some are worth selling. Like, for example, the Tartan Asia horror, Japanese horror ones, Tartan Asia. I've got a big collection of those, personal collection. Almost all of those are worth, decent money. When I say decent, more than a £5 probably each. And some of them more than 20. But it's all about, in a category like that, like plushes, football stickers, DVDs, CDs, in all these categories, you can't say for sure that it's never worth buying. You just got to buy the right things. It's easier said than done. General books. I don't know how Mel sells so many. I know, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Jeff said, I'm not buying any more Zippos to sell, only to collect. I had an opportunity. Did you see that video, Jeff, recently where the Zippo, she wanted £10 for it? I should have bought everything on her stall. She must have had 20 or 30 brand new box Zippos. She was asking a tenner each. And obviously I probably could have done a deal if I'd have bought them all. And I regret not buying those. I think I could have done quite well out of those. Dean, welcome, Dean. Any type of phone case or accessories like chargers, as usually people on eBay and Vinted are looking for either the cheapest or genuine. Yeah, very hard to get rid of stuff like that. Really difficult. Probably not even worth like selling them, to be honest. And the Ashes DVD box set. Pitco's got a sale. Nice one. Well done. Antoinette said, I got a friend's massive collection of collectible toy cars, mostly Lido. Badly stored, so boxes were in awful condition. Ended up putting extra cars in wherever any sold just to get rid. Oh, well. You live and learn. Check condition before you commit to something. That would probably be the lesson on that one. We are new. No one's getting on your back, Dan. No one's getting on your back. I'm just saying that we can't always generalize a certain category is terrible. Like, you can sell things in every category if you can finally work out what things are worth selling in that category. We don't all have that knowledge. I don't have all that knowledge. I don't have knowledge on every single category, just the ones that I've worked on and sold in over the years. Yeah, some DVDs are, you might as well trade in. Definitely. Yeah. If ever you see, I haven't got an example here, but I've got between 50 and 100 of them in my own collection. The Tartan Asia horror stuff, or the sort of art house stuff from Japan and Korea and stuff like that. If you see Tartan Asia on the side, it's worth. I'm not saying buy it. Don't go rushing off buying them, but it's worth looking at it, scanning it, checking the title, because some of them are worth really good money. Singer sewing machines. I wouldn't buy one. I bet Derek the tap peddler would buy them. Christmas trees get returned. I won't bother with a Christmas tree either. Eleventer, I just sold a Singer sewing machine, almost new and made good money. I wouldn't buy one. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. I won't know how to test one. You think it is, Jeff? I had a look and sort of some of them might have been worth 30 plus. So if I could have got them for like £7-8 each if I bought all of them, it might have been worth it. Adidas poly retro track tops have fell through the floor this year. That's very specific. Oh, excuse me. That's very specific, Des. Monkey Thrifter. Yeah, Peter's not been around much, has he, recently? I think I saw him recently say that he'd gone off Facebook for a while. So I'm not sure. Yeah, hopefully he's okay. I've seen him lingering. I won't buy wedding hats. People return them after a week. Yeah. Anyone else? Any more for any more? What have I got written on my list? Lego, of course. Whenever I buy Lego, I regret it, unless it's a sealed box. I've still got Lego in boxes. All that loose Lego that I got from that garage sale. Not garage sale. Yeah, kind of a garage sale. Garage clear out. I've still got it upstairs. It is going to make me money. I know it is. But I just haven't brought myself to deal with it yet. Also, Belle gave me an idea earlier because I asked her, because she always remembers stuff like this and I don't remember. I said to her, give me some ideas. And she said plates. Like, not like dinner plates. The commemorative plates, things like that have got like the Queen on it, or, a train from something or other, or commemorating 50 years of the Gardening Association or something. All those commemorative plates, the ones you stick up on the wall. Or no, I ain't never buying them again. I bought lots in the past and they take forever to sell. So that's on my list. And also leather coats that have been in bales. I ain't never buying them again. I've actually made some really good money out of those leather coats. Remember them? The bale that came, where the leather coats were like that, squeezed into a tiniest little thing, creased to hell. I ain't never buying baled leather coats again. Never. So that's mine. The Vinyl Inch member for 34 months, aka Soul Steps. Hi, Soul Steps, Steve. It's been a while. Welcome, though. Welcome back. And thank you for sticking around for so long. Brilliant. I've still got some death pile, Dan, but it's going down slowly. I'm getting there. I'm not buying as much at the minute. I've not been to car boots for a couple of weeks now. So I'm kind of focusing on getting through some of that. And I'm going to do a whatnot this week. Don't know which night. I'm committed to it. I'm doing a whatnot this week, guys. Dan, if you want some more stock, if you want some more pops and figures, whatnot this week. That's where you need to be. One thing all full-time resellers would never sell again is their soul to another company or business. Fair dues, yeah. You'd like to think not. Well, you might not have a choice. eBay went tits up. Vintage Zippos are the one worth getting. Okay. Playmobil mixed is bad too. Usually huge pieces worth not a lot. Yeah. Not something that I've dipped into a lot. If I buy Playmobil, it's normally a bit like Lego, boxed and sealed. Oh, I did buy some stickle bricks recently. Remember them? I've sent out a few offers on them, so there is some level of interest in them, but I've not sold them yet. We struggled those plates you mentioned, and they were in mint condition. It's hard to sell plates. Oh, an update from Ross on the Fleek order. 37 motorcycle jackets, Fleet quality checked. 10 grade A9, 16 B, C, 1 missing. I got them to take the grade C stuff off. Got my refund straight away. Seller was misleading. At least Fleet were good at helping out and sorting it out. You'd never buy any UK size 6 trainers. The grade C stuff was awful condition. The B stuff would be happy to pick up at charity shops in that condition. Oh no, Dan's got an operation tomorrow. I won't be with it this week. Oh no, Dan. Oh, we're sending you our best. Hope it goes well. Hope it goes all right. Dean says you saying that about baled leather jackets reminded me of the suede leather jackets I bought. Absolute nightmare, as they're so expensive to get cleaned up or takes a crazy amount of time to DIY clean. Yeah, suede especially, like not so bad with actual leather, but oh man, that must have been a nightmare. That. Yeah, Belle staff are good. I've had Belle staff and they always sell. Good for biker stuff. Tam said I bought stickle bricks after watching your video, Chris. I'm blaming you. Have you sold yours, Tam? Mine haven't gone yet. I've still got mine. I did them in... Did I do one whole bundle or two? I think I just did one whole bundle. I think I put them up for about 20 quid or something. And there was about 150 stickle bricks in there. Stickle. I hope you guys had a good figure with your stickle bricks. Jeff said, I've never seen stickle bricks before. That video of Chris's. You've never seen stickle bricks? It might be a UK thing, Jeff. Do you think they were only like out in the UK, those stickle bricks? Big thank you to all our VIP members. Let's do that now, whilst people are thinking about anything more to talk about. Thank you to everyone. All names going across the bottom. David Robinson, Coiny Coins, Flipping Wolf, Mark Hill, Hartwell, Andy Green, Netspresso, Ready Steady Retro, Laura Shark, Monumental. So everybody here, these are all our members. It's $2.99 a month. If you do want to join, it mainly gets you entry into our Discord. Our nice little Discord group, but also it helps support the channel. It helps us give away prizes for duck races. It helps with postage for prizes and all that kind of stuff. So thank you everybody who is a member, a VIP member of Car Boot Chris's YouTube channel. Anybody's welcome to join and come and join us in the Discord. Sorry, Kaz. Sorry, yeah, you're right. I forget. Stickle bricks in infant school. Yeah, totally. And fuzzy felts. Yeah. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, infant school, just building stuff on the carpet. And yeah, definitely. Yeah, I remember that. Those were the days, eh? Well, what have we got coming up? I'm definitely doing a whatnot this week. I've got a ton of stock to move. Lots of cool stuff. Collectibles, figures, toys, games. So there's going to be a whatnot this week. Be useful to get a bit of stock moving as well out of the loft because there's a lot of stuff up there. And there will be I think I've got one more boot sale video in the tank because I had 3 at one point. So another boot sale video at the weekend. That's probably it. Keep meaning to make a couple more videos. I've got a box opening to do. I've got the ChatGPT AI video to do. So yeah, lots of things coming. Just don't know when. Need to change my membership to Andy Stone to help promote the Detectorists. Yeah, you'd think Dave would have seen that, wouldn't you? Couldn't believe it. I remember getting a stickle brick stuck in my hair around the same time I swallowed a piece of Lego. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Did I have any other news this week? Talked about Cat. Talked about the van. I thought I had something else, but no, it's gone out of my head. It's gone. The duck race is coming up, guys. We're going to do the duck race in a minute. How many have we got in tonight's race so far? 56 in the race. Last week's winner was Married to Reselling. Guys, your prize will be in the post on. It was meant to go today, but I forgot to do it. So Wednesday, I'll get Married to Reselling's prize in the post. $164th duck race. Chris, would you be better to have a VA editing your videos if that's taking up more of your time? Probably, but that would be more expensive, Limelight. It's quite expensive to have a VA editing videos. And yeah, so I've considered it, but I'm not earning enough from YouTube to pay somebody to do that. So I have to do that myself. Good suggestion, though. I've thought about it. And also, though, I'm quite fussy about how my videos look. So I like to retain the control of how they get edited. But yeah, I've thought about it. Good idea. VAs can do anything for you these days. You can get a VA to do anything. Almost. We'll come to the end of my list. Are we done then? Let's think about this duck race. So let's get the duck race ready. Let's take that off. Thank you again, everybody. Cheers to all the VIP members. Really do appreciate it. You know that. And let's go to the duck race. Let's present the screen. Got it? We on? 56 in the duck race. 2 minutes. Here we go. We're ready for this duck race. Where's the music? DuckTales, come on. Right, we're ready for this time. Duck race coming up. Just a quick reminder, if you want to do in next week's duck race, all you got to do is when the show is finished, just come back to the recording of the show, make a comment, and that will get you entry into next week's duck race. And you just do that each week to get into the next race. And at the end of the year, we have a Champion of Champions duck race around Christmas time, where we give away an amazing prize. And that will be all the winners from this year, 2025, will be entered into the Champion of Champions duck race. So yeah, if you want to be in with a chance of that, you've got to be in a normal duck race and you've got to win it to get into the Champion of Champions. So here we go. Are we ready? Let's shuffle one more time. And the ducks are off. It's a flying start from the ducks in this week's race. Carol McDonald takes an early lead. Sheriff Roscoe in second. Jeff and Tracy are next door to each other. There's a surprise. Brian Drury up there. Kez TV. Sheriff Roscoe now leads with Brian in second. We've got who's in third? Is that Gopher? No, Gopher's gone. By the time I see the name, they've gone. Crazy's Life now up there. Bebo, Birdner Heath, Mark Hill. Bebo is leading with Crazy's Life in second place. Sheriff Roscoe's lost it. He peaked too soon, came too early. Pitco 408 is in third place at the moment. Mr. Momentum is creeping up there. Resell for Rescue now leading as Naked Duck. Dorothy Watkinson, Phil Higginson, Angel Delight all close. Bebo's still there. Lincoln Seller comes up. Speedfoot flips. Crazy's Life. Phil Higgins and Sarah B's coming up through the middle. Dorothy Watkinson's dropping off a bit. Kay Laz. We've got Jamie D is at the front. Jamie D's leading at the bottom there with a naked duck. Class, Phil Higginson. Steve O'Brano's there. We've not seen Steve-O for a bit. Joan is leading with a purple stripy duck. 30 seconds on the clock, and Joan leads the pack. Phil Higginson in second. Jamie D third. Heavenly Boots is coming up at the bottom. Deborah Sardine is there. Brian Drury's come back into the pack. Pitco, Keith is there. Keith Pitco is leading with Berda Heath. Joan in third. Nope, it's changed again with 10 seconds on the clock. Deborah Sardine's going to win this race. It's going to be an easy, simple win for Deborah Sardine. No, Deborah Sardine's gone. It's anyone's race now. Emsden UK could win this. No, they're not. It's Chris Tyler. Chris Tyler has won the duck race. He came out of nowhere. He wasn't even visible for the entirety of that race. Chris Tyler wins the race. Well done to Chris. Joan nearly got it. Emsden nearly got it. But nearly is not good enough in this game. Nearly gets you nowhere. You might as well not turn up. There's no time for nearlies. Let me turn this bloody music off. There we go. Shut up. Chris Tyler wins. Well done, Chris. Is Chris still here? He normally is. He's very loyal. Good luck, me. And guess what happened? You gave yourself some proper good luck there. Your mic cuts in and out briefly when you start that duct out. Yeah, it's just because of the music and what it decides it's going to pick up, whether it's going to pick up music or it's going to pick up the microphone. So yeah, it does do that sometimes. I've watched it back and it does. But well done to Chris. Chris Tyler, it's a surprise. It's a mystery prize. You'll have to wait until it arrives in the post. So Chris, send me a message, Facebook or Instagram, and give me your address, and I'll get your prize off on Wednesday, along with Married to Reselling's prize as well. So well done, Chris. You are in the Champion of Champions duck race at the end of the year. So well done to you. Joan was close, wasn't she? Joan was really close there. Anyone got anything else? Any more questions? It's a letterbox. It's not a letterbox. No, Chris. No, it'll be a parcel. Definitely a parcel. But it'll be a mystery. Any more for tonight's show before we wrap it up? I'm losing my voice. I'm going to have to finish it. My voice is almost gone. Let's get tonight's factoid up and ready. Any more questions? Anything else? Comments for eBay, Vinted, reselling, car boot sales, anything you like. Couple of minutes and then we'll call it a day on tonight's live. Did anyone notice that Dave ABL started to do some live shows, a weekly live, I think it is? Check out Dave ABL. I think it was he on Thursday last week. I think he were on Thursday, like about 8 o'clock or something. Yeah, keep an eye out for Dave ABL on live. It's good to have another live show potentially to watch, because there doesn't seem to be that many these days, lives. Nobody seems to do the lives. Oh, Chris, I forgot. I'm going to do it. I tell you what, I'm going to do it tomorrow. The Killer Clowns hoodie is going to be drawn tomorrow. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a note, actually. Let me write that down. Because I told you I forget these things. Right. There was only meant to be 2 weeks. I think it's been about 4. Killer Clowns hoodie draw. I'll do that. Keep an eye out on the Comic-Con video, because I'll write on that and I'll comment on the person who wins it, so that you get a notification on your email. Exactly, Kez. I will find something. You know me. But thank you, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. Are we ready for the tonight's reselling factoid? I thought to myself, we don't seem to get any factoids about Vinted. And seems as we've been talking about Vinted tonight, it's actually quite apt that I had a Vinted factoid ready to go. So let's do this. Tonight's factoid before we finish up. A Vinted user in the UK bought what looked like a plain second-hand women's blazer for £1. After noticing the quality, she investigated the label, and it turned out to be an authentic vintage Yves Saint Laurent piece from the 1980s. She later resold it via a private fashion collector for £1,200. So, always check the label, even for a quid on Vinted. See you later.